Lifetime Achievement Award, Roxane Durtschi.
So what we do is we get individuals from vocational rehabilitation and we do an assessment. And then after we do the assessment, we teach them how to interview, how to dress for an interview. We apply for jobs for them. We contact employers, set up the interviews, and go on the interview with them, and then go on the job with them until they're fully trained. We eventually phase out through voc rehab.
I've known Roxane for about 10 years. She's been doing this work for over 30 years. I've had a lot of clients that have worked with Roxane and have dealt with Roxane in a lot of different situations, and she always has the client's best interest at heart.
Counselors and I have always worked as a team, and administration and I have worked as a team.
But part of the process is, at times we have clients who are not able to go out and find that job on their own. And so we work with CRPs like Roxane to work with those individuals, do an assessment with them to find out what their needs are in the workplace, what their values, interests are. Also working closely with a counselor to determine what those needs are. And then they go out with that client and help them find that job. So, that may be resume building, that may be going out and talking to employers for them, getting them to work. Once they have that job, they work closely with that client to ensure that they're able to maintain that job.
Believe it or not, many employers are very willing to hire our people, but I think you're right that sometimes they have fears in that. I think it's how we approach them. We don't go in and list their disabilities, and say this and that. We say we have an employee, an individual who would benefit your company greatly.
And that's something that I've always noticed that Roxane does very well, and she gets to know that client, what their needs are, and is able to just help that client function the best way they can in that job.
Yeah, and to give them a future and a hope, and to know that it just doesn't, you don't have to just sit home. You can go out and do something and contribute. I think it's also wanted to say that I've always placed individuals in the competitive work environment. I've never placed anybody at sub-minimum wage.
Every interaction I've had with Roxane has just been positive. She's always looking out for the best interest of the client and the counselor, and just ensuring that client has the needs that they need met.
In closing, I want to thank again VR, DSPD, my staff, vendors, employers, and my family for their love and support, and for giving me the opportunity to serve. Thank you.